On this channel, it's about keeping it real, everyday issues. Let's see what we can get into today. Aortic valve surgery. What exactly does that mean? Well, doctors basically say, well, we're going in, opening your chest up, and we're going to replace the valve that's bad. They tell you all the good going in, but they don't tell you what you'll be experiencing coming out. Some of my experiences were very frustrating to me. I ended up, after coming out of the hospital, I was actually in the hospital for 1, 2, 3, I think it was 4 or 5 weeks. I can't remember. 4 weeks, I think. Well, it seemed that long anyways. And, I said to the doctor, this was Thanksgiving of last year. It was a day before Thanksgiving. Doc, please let me go home for Thanksgiving. I want to be home. I don't want to be in the hospital. And after them checking me out and what have you, they said, we feel that you're able to go home. And I was grateful for that. Came home, we had Thanksgiving. It was a few days after that, I noticed that my chest, I had such excruciating pain in my chest. It was just so unbearable. I never felt pain that bad. I would just move a little bit, and it was just like my chest was just caving in, and it just hurt really bad. It was so bad that I couldn't be transported by car. I had to call an ambulance to come and take me. Had a pillow. They had to hold a pillow over my chest because the littlest bump would send me through the roof. Well, it turned out that after having this surgery, I got an infection from the surgery, and they said that it's a very common thing. Now, they don't tell you these things because I guess it's different with everybody, but a very high percentage of people that have open heart surgery, you're going to end up with having an infection. So that put me in the hospital for another week, getting through that. And after that, it was pretty much come back home, had to have home nursing come in, change, stuff on my chest, because my chest was still open at the time. I had to use a vac, one of those, I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a vacuum system where it just sucks, it's it kind of heals you from the inside out. Had that for the longest time, and that thing was a pain in the butt because I had to go everywhere with this thing. It was just a little box, but you had you had a tube running up into your chest. It was suctioning your chest together, and it was healing it at the same time. Had that for quite a few weeks. But once that was all said and done, I noticed the ticking. I got a really loud ticking in my chest. And I'm thinking, why do I have such a loud ticking noise coming from my chest? So with going back to the doctor's telling me that's normal. That's the valve working. Well, when's it going to go away? Well, it's never going to go away. Oh. So I'm always going to be hearing a ticking noise coming from my chest. Yes. The little things they don't tell you. Another thing they don't tell you is you're placed on a medication for life. With a mechanical valve, you're on a medication called Coumadin. So they put you on this medication called Coumadin for the heart valve, which is a blood thinner, which doesn't allow blood to thicken around that valve. But the downside to this medication is you can't eat dark greens, like green vegetables, stuff that I absolutely loved. Broccoli. like the dark leaf lettuce. All that stuff is out. You can't eat anything dark because it has a high level of vitamin K. Vitamin K and coumadin does not mix. So you have to, they say that you can still eat it, but you have to consume that same thing, the same vegetable every day in your diet. Well, I'm not doing that. So I have chose to stay completely away from all dark greens. The other thing is, with having the incision, they had cut my sternum in half. They wire the sternum back together. You move certain ways and you could hear a little snap noise. It's like a snapping noise. And it's coming from that sternum area. Whether that's normal or not, I don't know. I don't have any pain from it, but it's one of those things where you just don't feel like you're the same person anymore. They say that open heart surgery puts such a great shock to your whole entire body that it takes your body a very long time to come back to the state that it was in before, and or it may never come back to the way it used to be. So I have accepted the fact that I can no longer do certain things. I can't lift anything over my head. I can't lift anything more than 50 pounds, especially over the head. And when I go to a gym, all I can do is curls. I can do nothing else. I can't do anything for the chest, nothing like that. Another thing that was explained to me was I'd have a ton of energy after having the surgery. Well, it's been a year now and I'm still waiting for that energy. I haven't felt any of that energy. I would have lost more weight after the surgery. That's not true. I'm not making this video to put down the fact that it's not a good thing to have the surgery. I'm honored to have this specialist. He picked up on a bad valve and I got it replaced, because I could have had a heart attack or a stroke or something, But it's just the changes afterwards. You got to adjust your lifestyle now to doing different things, and you just notice every day. You may do something and notice, I could feel that in my chest, or the energy thing is not there. You got to push yourself every day to get moving. So, it has its goods, it has its bads, the way I see it. The coumadin thing, that is something I have to do for the rest of my life. I have to take a blood reading every single week to read that coumadin level. And it's something as simple as testing your blood sugar. You prick your finger and there's a big test strip, and you apply that blood on the test strip and it reads the coumadin level in your body. So that's something you have to do for the rest of your life with heart surgery, if you go with a mechanical valve. So all in all, a year after having the surgery, it's really not that bad. I just wish that I had more energy, but I'm not going to let it stop me or slow me down. I'm still getting out there, doing the things that I want to do. And I never thought at my age, at the age of 50, that I would have had heart surgery. I would have never thought that. But it does run in my family. My biological dad, who died at a very young age, he was type 2 diabetic, and he also died at the age of 54. He hit the floor, and that was it for him. He was at his job, and he died instantly. And it turned out that he had blockage. So I'm grateful to have had this procedure early enough to where that sort of thing did not happen to me. And of course, being type 2 diabetic, that's also a challenge every day, as many of you know. that are diabetic, it's not a fun thing to have to deal with, to try to maintain the right numbers every day, and it's just very difficult. But anyhow, that's all I got on this. Just wanted to talk to you guys a little about where I'm at a year after having this surgery, and I'm just going to continue on doing what I do, and I hope that you guys keep coming back for the videos. Just don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like the video, you know what I'm saying. I'm still trying to hit that 10,000 mark, guys, so help me out with that, with the 10,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.